Hey guys, Rob here, 3D Printscape. So today's video is going to be a remake on what I did in the past. It's replacing the belts on your printer. I've taken a lot of the feedback that people had on that video and kind of enhanced this one, focusing more on some of the specific areas where the belt's connected, that kind of stuff. Really just trying to help you guys out. The process is pretty easy overall. All you're really going to need is the replacement belts and some Allen wrenches. The sizes will vary based on your specific printer, but you will need some Allen wrenches as well. Before we jump into the actual process, I just wanted to talk about scenarios where you might need to replace your belt. So the most common or the obvious one is if the belt breaks for whatever reason, you're going to have to replace it. But you might also get to a point where some of the teeth start wearing down on the belt, so it starts slipping when it's moving on the axis. At that point, you'd want to replace it. Or if you're starting to see a lot of like stringing or lining coming from it, like it's stretching or kind of starting to rip a little bit, at that point, I would replace it as well. Alright, so with that, let's go ahead and jump over to the install process. Alright guys, so we're going to start with our X-axis here. This is the easier belt to replace because everything is a little bit more accessible than it would be on the Y. But we want to go ahead and take the belt off first. Obviously, if you're in a situation where your belt snapped, that's going to be pretty easy. But if you're just in a situation where it's worn and you're trying to replace it, then it's a little bit more work. First thing we need to do is loosen this up. To do that, we need to loosen these two screws right here. Okay, with the belt loose, we can go ahead and detach it from the bottom of the carriage. I'm going to move the camera really quick so I can show you what that looks like. Okay, so here's the bottom side of the carriage. I just put this board here so I can hold it up. Hopefully you can see this okay. But you see a little brass piece here and one here. These basically just pop out, so you would slide these out. And then that disconnects the belt from the carriage. So you'll do that for both of them. Then you can go ahead and pull the belt through. You might have an issue pulling the belt through if the copper or brass pieces get stuck on the wheels. So I'm going to flip the printer back over and show you. You can see here that the belt's disconnected. Now we want to pull it through here. This piece right here, just the stopper on the belt, if it's up above the groove, it's going to get caught on the wheels. So you want to kind of just push it down, and then you can roll the wheel over it. Do the same again, and then your belt's disconnected. Alright, so then we'll go ahead and grab our replacement belt. Alright, so now we got the replacement belt. We're going to just kind of set it on the track here with the copper piece down and in the groove so that the wheels can go back over it. And then we will run that over and kind of pull this through so it's about halfway. And then we need to feed it through the wheels on each side. So on this side, we got this cover here, so I'm going to turn the printer really quick. So I'll just feed this through, then I'll show you what that looks like. You can see here, this is the side of where that cover is, so the belt feeds through. We'll kind of just push it all the way through here. It's kind of a pain. And make sure we're not twisting the belt as we're going. And then once we have... Oops, so I actually went under the wheel. I needed to go over, so I'm going to feed this back through and try that again. Alright, so it's over this time. Alright, so now that's through and actually on the top. I wanted to make a recommendation, which I'll also mention at the beginning as well. If you want to use your Allen wrench, you can kind of help push this through to keep it straight. Or if you have any small needle nose pliers, you can kind of help grab it and pull it through. Just don't use anything that could potentially damage it. Alright, so now we want to feed this under the wheel. So the wheel here has the teeth. We want to make sure that it's coming through on the top and then going under. And then once that's through, you just want to make sure that it's actually catching on the wheel, that the teeth are catching, and then just pull it through about halfway, and then we'll turn the printer. All right, so this side's a lot easier because you don't have to worry about dealing with anything. If you have a external tensioner like this one, that's on the V2, or just a third-party one that I have on the printer down there. With those, you have to take those off and feed the belt through. But if you just have the standard adapter, you don't have to do that. All right, now we should be able to move the belt like it's on wheels. So now let's go ahead and kind of put this back on the side again so I can show you how to reconnect it. All right, you can start here on either the bottom or the top, it doesn't really matter, but you have your groove on both sides that look like this. It's just a little groove in the metal. You want to make sure that the belt is going with the teeth up, and then it will kind of slide into the groove, and then you'll have the metal piece down. Right. And then once that's in place on the one side, you can go ahead and pull the belt from the other side to get the slack you're going to need. And you can attach the other one, and it just is going to slide right into place just like that. All right, so you can see both pieces are attached. Now I'm going to flip the printer back over so we can put the tension on the belt and tighten it back up. Okay, now that we have everything connected, I'm going to tighten this up just a little bit, just enough so it kind of grabs, but I can still put tension on this piece to space it out. We want to get the tension to a point where you can kind of pluck the belt. You don't want it too tight, but you don't want it too loose. I have a video that goes into more detail on that specifically, but what I like to do is use another Allen wrench like this one here and kind of put it between this wheel and the frame, and just go like this, pushing it apart to put tension on the belt. Then once I feel there's enough tension, I'll tighten it up a little bit more and then test it. So typically I'll go right below and just kind of grab the belt and just make sure it does more of like a pluck and it's not too loose. Should have some tension, but that's pretty good. And that is that axis. Let's go ahead and show you the y-axis. All right, so the y-axis is a little bit more challenging, especially to try to get some of the camera angles, so I'm gonna do my best. I know that was some of the comments on the first video. I didn't show things clear enough. I was kind of just talking about it. So that's why I'm trying to get in on all these components that I'm showing you here. But obviously we got the belt. We need to take the belt off. So underneath this bed, there's going to be the same type of setup as there was for the x-axis, where there's just two metal openings that the belt slips into. So I'm going to go and take this off. We got to loosen up the tensioner here. So there's 4 screws, 2 on each side, that will loosen up so that we can get the belt off. So let's go and do that first. All right, once those are loose, you should be able to move this forward and get some slack on the belt like I have here. Now we'll turn this over and then I'll show you what it looks like on the bottom of the build plate. All right, so I have it on the side here. Again, I'm trying to do as good as I can with the camera work. This is a hard angle to get to, but you'll see here is where the copper piece is on the belt that connects. And then on the back side, we got the same thing. It's right here. So we need to feed those 2 pieces out. I wanted to say that we have 2 options at this point. One is if you take off your build plate, it's going to be a lot easier to get to things, but you don't have to. That's going to be the route I'm going to go for the video because it is easier, but you do have to spend more time doing the releveling afterwards. That said, you're still going to have to do the releveling afterwards because you're moving the printer all around and adjusting, so I can almost guarantee you're going to knock that build plate out of level. So I'm just going to go and remove these. And then we'll take off the build plate. Now keep in mind, it does have the wires attached to it, so you just want to set it over on the side and don't put pressure on any of the wires or tension on it. All right, with that, you can see the carriage here a lot more clearly. You've got the two grooves where your belt's connecting, so we're just going to pop those out. This would be extremely difficult if you don't take the build plate off, because you got to kind of feed your hand under in between the rail, which is a challenge. All right. Now that we got that out, we can go ahead and pull the belt through. And then with that, we'll go ahead and grab our replacement belt that I've got right here that we'll go ahead and put on. All right, so the first thing I like to do is go ahead and feed the belt through. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off so I can show you what I'm talking about. You don't have to when you're doing this. You can feed around it through the back, but you're essentially feeding the belt through the center of the bracket here. With the screws off, I'm just going to pop this front piece off, and you're going to be feeding the belt through this with the teeth facing up, so that when the belt comes through on the other side, the teeth are going to grab the teeth on the stepper motor. So we're going to feed this through from the back. I'm doing it from the back because it's mostly closed. You'll see one hole, that's where this slides through. It's right below here. I'm not turning the printer around or anything because I have the bed disconnected and I don't want to risk damaging those wires, but there's literally only one opening, and it's right below this pulley in the back, right below the stepper motor. So that's going to feed in, and then you're just going to feed it all the way through. Then you should have it coming out the other side here. Then I would go ahead and loop this around and connect it to the carriage here. All right, and then make sure that your teeth are going down this way and up from the bottom so that the teeth grab the teeth on the stepper motor. Now with the front here, we want to make sure that you don't have the belt twisted first off, but that we're actually feeding the belt through the metal piece here in the pulley. So that it comes up like this. Then we'll just kind of slide this in place loosely for a second. And then we'll go over and attach this one as well. So now you should have both pieces fully attached, and we'll go ahead and put the 4 screws back in place for the front tension. We're going to put them in loosely first, and then we'll go ahead and set our tension. Okay, with that on and not fully tightened, I'm going to pull this out as far as I can by hand, and then I'm going to use the other Allen wrench and basically just use it as a tensioner to pry it out a little bit further, and then tighten down one side. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, just making sure everything is tight here. And then I'm going to check the belt. Again, we should get like more of a pluck, and it should be able to move pretty easily. Just don't move it too much. And that's all there is to it. Now we want to go and put our build plate back on, and then we're going to have to re-level it. That's in place now, so I'm going to put the wheels on. And then I'm just going to tighten this by hand, and then I'm going to level off video. I don't think there's a point in showing you how to level it in this video. I do have videos showing you how to manually level. Alright guys, that's all there is to it. Now with that, you've got 2 new belts on your printer and you're good to go. Alright guys, so that covered the process to replace the belt on your printer. Make sure if you are doing anything with the Y-axis that afterwards you re-level the bed, and make sure if you do take off the build plate that you're being really careful with the wires. You don't want to accidentally rip those or pull those out, because then you're going to have a whole nother mess you're going to have to try to fix. But if you guys have any questions about what I covered here, or would like to see any other videos, go ahead and leave a comment below or join us on Discord. And we did set up a Patreon program, so if you'd like to help support us, you can join that as well. Thanks.